the ST Mountune MP215. So we'll have a quick walk around then, show you what the car's all about, give you a quick teaser of the engine bay, have a quick look at them exhausts and see what the crack is. Right, so let's have a quick walk around then, to show you what the car looks like quickly, because I know a few of you were asking for me to do a quick walk around last time. But while I'm doing this, let's just talk about what the MP215 upgrade actually comes with. So you get the high flow induction kit, the abrated recirc valve, the all-important 215 calibration to the ECU, and you get the Mountune performance badge. So obviously that's the performance badge, and I've gone for the cutback exhaust. So that's them. You can hear them now purring away in idle. See if you can see them beautiful little machined M badges onto the top of the tailpipes, which looks really cool. I think really set the exhaust off something better. So the induction hose, it's a high flow. I've had it in red, as you've seen. So that gives you earlier power delivery. It sort of increases the airflow to the turbo, gives it a bit more efficiency, makes the power a bit more efficient. Cutback exhaust actually has a specifically engineered resonator, so that allows for less intrusive but a better, deeper sound, which you can hear now. It does sound quite deep. I really like the way that sounds, so let's just quickly open the door and give that a bit of a blip on the exhaust while we're here. So hear that little? Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Right. So yeah, brief little walk around. I'm going to jump back in. We're going to go and see if we can find some decent B roads. Give the car a bit of a workout. So yeah, let's have a look. So away we go again. Off to the B roads. I'm really surprised that there was no one here today. I thought there'd be more sort of dog walkers around and more horsey people around, but clearly not. So I'm not complaining. It allowed me to do bits and bobs. Now we're going to have to navigate around this bumpy little road. Pain in the arse. You can feel everything in this car, you really can. It is quite a firm ride. You can probably hear it as well as I'm going over the little bumps here and there. And this speed bump is an absolute nightmare. I don't know where the hell they got this fitted from, but bloody hell is it a bastard. Oh. So I'm going to take it to some country lanes, give the car some beans, give it a bit of a workout, talk about how it feels while you're throwing it around the corners, how it performs coming out of the corners, and what it's like to just genuinely drive it around, having a bit of a laugh in it. So let's see what we can find. Hopefully we won't be stuck behind too much traffic, but it is a Sunday, so you never know. Just one point about this car, because obviously we all know the ST, we all know the Fiesta, they're cheap and cheerful, they really are, but I wonder, and I have done for some time, what the car would be like if it had, I don't know, a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. I think that would be really interesting if the car had the flappy paddles, because obviously it is quite fast for a little car. I think standard it was 6.8 to 62. Now with the MP215 pack, I think that's brought it down half a second, so you're looking at about 6.4, perhaps 6.3, 6.2, depending on how quick you are with the gears. But that would obviously be hell of a lot quicker if it had the dual clutch gearbox. So if it was a fully automatic and you could just go up through the paddles, go down through the paddles, I think the car would be a lot more fun, a lot quicker, and a lot more enjoyable as a daily, because who doesn't love a flappy paddle? Who doesn't love having a go in flappy paddles? I think they're great. But again, they are expensive, so it would increase the cost of the car. But it would be interesting to see what they could do with that. Maybe they should have done that with the ST200, just to give it a bit more sort of exclusivity. But who knows? That's something they could potentially bring out in the future with this new range of 2018 model year Fiestas coming out. Obviously the interior's had a big overhaul, the exterior's had a bit of an overhaul. I'm not a massive fan of the way the exterior looks. I think the interior is bang on now. I think that looks really cool with the new touchscreen. I think it's an 8-inch screen infotainment system. That looks really nice. So I would like to get my hands on one of them when they come out. I wouldn't mind a little test driving one of them. I think they've upgraded the sync as well, so the infotainment's now sync 3 as opposed to sync 2 in that one, but I'm not too sure, forgive me if I'm wrong. That is one of my niggly bits about this car, is the interior. It is quite dated now. I think it's been the same for a good 5-6 years. Perhaps longer, perhaps a little bit less, I don't know, but it's definitely been a while that this car has had the same interior for. It's definitely had the same Sony head units for quite some time now. There may have been a few minor tweaks here and there, but it just looks dated now. I do like the seats though. I think the ST seats are pretty cool. They are quite comfy. If you're a big bloke, they're not going to be comfy for you at all, but for me, I'm only small, I'm 5'9", give or take. I'm not the largest of people, I'm quite slim, if I do say so myself. So I fit into these seats quite well. That, you know, the shoulder pads, they do hunky you down a bit. You've got the lumbar support on the sides here. They're quite comfy. I do like them. Obviously, because it's the ST3, you do have the heated seat option, which is really nice in the winter. On those cold, frosty British mornings, get a bit of warmth on your bum. Is nice. Chip end weren't indicating. Right, so now I've come out of the village. Hopefully we're on some nicer B roads now. Typical that there's a car in front of me, as I managed to find one that I actually like round here. Depending on if we get a bit of a straight, I'll go for the overtake and give you guys a bit of a feel for the power of this car now. Maybe if we hold back slightly, be able to catch it down the lanes. But now we've got past that car, we can have a bit of fun again. So here we go. I'm not going to speak for a moment, just enjoy the ride. Stuck behind the car again now, so try and find one last little road and then we'll wrap this video up and get on with the day. Bloody hell, there's about 15 cows sitting down in that field surrounding this one cow just standing up, lording it over the rest of them. So I don't know what that means. Is it cows sitting down means it's going to rain or something? Like I'm surprised. Always bloody rains in the UK. So here we go then. Third gear just wants to keep revving, keep going, up into fourth, keep revving. listen to it. Oh, lovely cars. But that was great. The sound of it, like, bearing in mind, guys, this is just over a ton, this car weighs. It's meant to be, you know, a little sporty hatchback, but the sound it makes, it really nice, really surprises me with that new Mountune catback exhaust. It's really cool. It does really set the car off well. And like I said, and I'm going to keep saying this to people, if you've got an ST and you're getting a bit bored of it, or you want to differentiate yourself in some way or another, please, for the love of God, do consider this exhaust. Do consider the 215 configuration. Call up a Ford dealership, see if they're able to do it, because I think they have to be approved by Mountune or something. I'm not too sure how it works. But if you're in the market for it, and you're in the West Midlands area or Birmingham or anywhere hereabouts, make sure you give the guys at Jackson's Ford in Henley, that's Henley and Arden, give them a quick call and ask for a guy called Dan. He was the bloke that I spoke to, and he arranged all the parts and the fitting for me, and it was actually fitted there and then in Henley. So I'd highly recommend them guys. They're really top notch, really know their stuff, brilliant bunch of chaps. And like I said, they'll fit it for you while you wait. They've got a nice little waiting room. You in the reception area, have a coffee or something, or you can walk down the road in Henley. There's a Costa, whatnot. Enjoy the sights of Henley and Arden. Have a tinker around. Give it an hour or so. Go back, and your car will feel brand new. It really will. Give you such a laugh. The sound of that exhaust in low revs, tootling around. It sounds bloody beautiful. Really does. Obviously, it's not no Lamborghini Aventador SV. It's no, you know, whatever, RS3. It's no RS6 with a performance pack. It's no Mercedes. It's not a V8. So don't expect something to completely blow your socks away, because you've got to remember it's a 1.6. It's a tiny little engine. It's got an okay sized turbo, so it's not going to be earth-quakingly, shatteringly amazing, the sound of this exhaust, but it's bloody exceptional for what it is. And now I'm stuck again behind a row of traffic, so on that note, I'm going to wrap this video up for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this brief little video, and until next time, take care one and all. I'll speak to you again soon. Ta-ta.